Hi everyone, it's Mariga here from Skin Essentials, and I am living dangerously right now because I'm actually taking care of reception, but I've decided to do this live video while it popped into my head. So if somebody comes in or rings, I'm going to have to go. So let's make this quick. This video was inspired by a conversation with a client this morning actually, and it's something that happens now and then. So I think it's worth putting this information together in one video. And you will have seen from the title, of course, it's all about what not to do before a facial or a skin treatment. So sometimes, not that often, but sometimes it will happen that somebody will come in, and it's particularly difficult when someone has traveled a long way, and we do have people that come from all over the country, and then for some reason you're going to have to say, oh, I'm sorry, we can't do that scheduled treatment today because of X. So here's the 5 X's that are the most common. Now, this is not about having a contraindication to a treatment. That will already be established at consultation. So you would never be booked in for a treatment if you had a consultation. So these are things that happen occasionally. And the first one I want to talk about is medications. Now, again, not something that you're on an ongoing basis. This is something that you have maybe just had or just taken. So, for example, if you are currently taking something like antibiotics or steroids for, a chest infection, this kind of thing, we won't do most of the treatments on you because your skin will be a lot more fragile than normal. We definitely couldn't do some of the more advanced treatments because of split healing, which is going to be point number 2. So the other thing as well that people aren't generally aware of is ibuprofen. So if you have taken your Nurofen or Nurofen Plus in the last sort of 24 hours, that does preclude you from having some of the microneedling based treatments. So we will always ask you if you've been on or off any medication since we saw you. And that is standard. And while you might think of, telling us that you've been sick, it may not occur to you to tell us that you had taken something like an ibuprofen. So I'm just putting that out there so that you know. We will always ask, but really it is up to you to bring the information to us as well and let us know exactly what's going on with your body. A lot of these treatments, they're deeper. They are a lot more intensive. We're not talking really about facials here. We're talking about anti-wrinkle treatments, revision treatments, anti-scarring. So all of this. So things that are going on in your body obviously have a direct correlation to your skin and vice versa. So we don't want to do a treatment at an inappropriate time when it won't produce the best results for you or when it will interact with something else that is going on. So that is medications that are not something that's ongoing for you, but that are occasional. So that leads me on to the next one, which is that if you are sick. Now, you can be sick, or you can feel like you're coming down with something, or you can be just recovering from something. So something as simple as a cold, a sore throat, even a headache, bad headache, particularly if you suffer from migraine as well, they wouldn't preclude you from having the treatment. So there'd be no contraindication, but in some cases, the treatment may not be as effective because if your body is busy trying to heal something, so it's busy trying to heal up your sore throat that you had last week, or your ingrown toenail, or something really that wouldn't occur to you could possibly have anything to do with your face. So while your body is busy sending all its resources to clear up something like that, we don't want to do a treatment that is triggering a healing response from the skin. So that would be, again, your microneedling, your radiofrequency, your trifractional voluderms, pyramid facelifts. All of these advanced treatments have to some degree an element of creating micro trauma to the skin to induce healing, and that healing brings new collagen. That's what we're doing. So if your body's busy healing your sore throat and now you're asking it to heal the little microchannels in your skin, you can see where that is causing a split healing. So neither is going to get 100% of the attention of the healing powers of your skin. So you may well end up with not as good a result as you would otherwise have had. So if you are or recently have been sick or feel like you're coming down with something, it's a good time to mention it so that we can advise you on the best course of action, because it may be something that doesn't stop you from having the treatment, but maybe you won't get as good a result as you would have if you waited a few more days. So that's medications and being sick or feeling like you're getting sick. Another thing that happens, and this one actually surprises me every time it happens, but it does happen, is that somebody will come in for, now this is any treatment, from the most very, very classic and basic of relaxing spa treatments right through to the most intensive anti-aging treatments. People will come in having just had their eyebrows or their lip waxed or something like that. And, you know, we cannot touch any skin that is open like that. So if you are scheduling that kind of treatment with your beauty therapist, schedule it for at least 3 days before your facial, or at least 2 days afterwards. That is if you're just having a regular facial. If you are having something more intensive, you have to do 7 to 10 days after. So again, when you're booking your treatment with us, if you think that you're going to be scheduling a treatment like that in your beauty salon, just let us know and we will tell you what is the best way to approach it, whether to have it before or after and how long, because we would actually have to turn you away, which isn't much fun for anybody. So simple little things, eyebrows, even an eyebrow tint, I wouldn't turn you away if you had just had your eyebrows tinted, but it would actually work, you know, in a big circle around the eyebrows, which, you know, who doesn't want their eyes looked after when they're having their skin treatment? So again, it's not the good result for you. So no other treatments on your face, whether it's threading, waxing, anything like that, 3 days before you have any kind of facial treatment. So that is the third one. The fourth one is retinol. There are so many different types of retinol. So also known as vitamin A, you will see retinol esters, retinol palmitate. There are so many. I am very specifically speaking now about either the prescription version, which you would obviously have from a dermatologist or a GP, so you would know if you had that, or Accutane, which is for acne, or even a strong over-the-counter retinol, and it is something that would actually have the word retinol on it, not one of those other ones I mentioned. So if you're using something daily that has retinol, or you have a prescription strength retinol / vitamin A product from a medical professional, so in either of those two instances, we will not do any facial treatment on you, because you're at cross purposes. So if you're using anything else like the retinol palmitates or retinol esters, you're fine. If we're going to do something really intensive, we might advise you just to not use it for a day or two before and after your treatment. So it's the prescription strength versions, or it is anything that has the word retinol in the ingredients list as opposed to retinol something. So that is the fourth one. And the last one is sun exposure. Now, if you've just come back from holidays, it is not the time to be having a fractional radio frequency to even out your skin or get rid of your pores. You can come in and have an antioxidant facial, something calming and restoring and repairing. That is no problem whatsoever. But sun exposure is a no-no before any of the more advanced treatments. So if you're booking a holiday, if you're just back now from your sun holidays, we're going to get you to leave that a couple of weeks before you come into us, because your skin is busy repairing itself from all the UV exposure, and it's kind of like the split healing that I spoke about before. You don't want to come out with less of a result, or indeed to end up with any pigment damage in the case of doing some heat-based treatments after having sun exposure for a while before. So they are the 5 things. Any current or unusual medications for you if you're feeling sick, if you've had any hair removal done on the same area, so on the face, basically anywhere on the face or neck, if you're on a prescription or high strength retinol, and if you've had recent sun exposure, then they're all the things that we need to know. We don't want to be in a position where we have to turn you away and say, look, you can't have your treatment today. So as always, when in doubt, just give us a call. We'll advise you. That's what we're here for. And I think the one that surprises people the most out of that is the ibuprofen. So that's absolutely fine if you are having just a regular sort of a classic facial, but anything stronger than that, no ibuprofen for 48 hours before, please. So that is everything that I needed to say today. I'm really delighted that I got through all of that without getting interrupted. So have a great day and a great weekend, everybody. And hello, Kelly. Hi, thanks for watching. See you soon. Have a great weekend, and I will be back in a couple of weeks with some new live videos. Oh, and leave me any questions or topics as well that you want me to cover in the next series of videos, because I really want to answer the questions that you want to hear the answers to. So anything like that, leave it below and I'll get back to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.